Hello again. Welcome back to the most popular liquor review channel on YouTube. Got two very special bottles for you today. And it's Christmas, so I've got a magic crown. Happy Christmas. Wow, look, an effect. So got two very special bottles to review. The first is a bottle of gin from Sweden, brought to me from a German friend in Denmark, from Germany. He bought me that bottle that I did, the Kenyan African gin from Kenya, Africa. That didn't go so well, that review, because it wasn't quite the best, and he said he wanted to make amends, so he sent me this one over. Now, because of the situation from the last one, I tested it first on my mum, poured her a drink. I'm going to try it myself now. So what we've got, it's called Mackmyra Distillery organic gin. Do you want a taste of Sweden, my dear? We can talk about what it is later. Now, he's not much of a drinker, but he swears by this. I had a little whiff of it when I poured my mum a drink, but as I say, we'll do what we usually do here. What we usually do. Fucking hell. I got pulled back in, didn't I? I keep thinking I'm done with this. I'm doing education next. I'm going back to school. COVID. I'm not doing this. Fuck it. Look at me. Jesus. Okay. Well, that really doesn't smell like gin. I mean, not like the gin I'm used to. I mean, I'm not really a gin drinker. I mean, it just smells a bit citrusy. Yeah, like a bit like it's like clementines. Yeah, it's like Christmassy clementines. So as we do. Oh God! Remember the last one? I almost threw up. It's been chilled in the fridge. It got a bit of a kick on it, but very clean. You can't drink gin like you drink whiskey. Fucking hell. I mean, it's nice. It is. It's I've got a glass here. Yeah. So I mean, it's 40% volume. On the back it just says Swedish organic gin produced at Lab Distillery in Gola, Sweden. And I looked it up earlier. Gola is kind of north and a little bit west of Stockholm. I've been to Sweden, but I've only been down south, Malmö and Göteborg and what's it called? Helsingborg. It's all very nice, and the islands in Göteborg are very nice. It's all very nice. Lovely. People are nice. It's just nice. Lovely. Yeah, it's botanical. It's floral. It's very easy drinking. If you've drunk with a Polish, then you'll know. Of course, it's vodka with them, but they enjoy like the flavored different kind of vodkas, and then you'll have like an apple juice on the side. So got apple juice here, of course, but apple and gin is a nice one. This is recommended by my benefactor, and I've also got some of the decent tonic water. My first experience really, other than working with the Swedish in Denmark, was I was wearing a Swedish t-shirt, and I think Denmark had just lost against Sweden in the football. I was in Denmark, of course, and I got punched and knocked out and woke up in a hospital. I think I said the wrong thing to somebody, and football violence. I'm from Portsmouth, and the first time I get affected is I'm in fucking Denmark. You could enjoy that to sip it like that, I guess. Not really for me. We can talk about sipping when we get to the next one that I've got here. We got the Swedish versus Scotland thing going on. And it's also an M versus M, so it works. Mackmyra versus Macallan. So I love symmetry and alliteration and poetry. And God, I sound like a twat. Right. It's only going to get worse. So, there's about half and half there of apple juice and the gin. You'll notice no gagging, no reflux, no vomiting. Yep. Yeah, that's fucking dangerous. That is that's what I gave my mum, apple juice and the Mackmyra. The Mackmyra, I'm getting them mixed up. Put the lid back on before you fucking destroy everything. You taste the apple juice, and it's like when you get like a fancy apple juice that has some of the elderflower maybe in there, or dandelion and burdock. Is that a thing? Yeah. But I can quite imagine sitting out in Sweden in the summer outside your hotel, looking out over the belt. Is it the belt? Well, the bit in Helsingborg, they say that Helsingborg has the best view because you can see the castle, Hamlet's castle, in Helsingør in Denmark. So yeah, somewhere like that, and there's a bit of a chill in the air. Maybe it's autumn. You drink one of these. I'm not sure I'd drink one of these in like Crete. I mean, if you had the sun beating down on you and you're drinking things like in a festival or something, everyone's sitting outside, you got a cooler, you got a bottle of this, some apple juice. Yeah, shit's gonna go south pretty soon. I mean, that's delicious. I mean, as I say, my benefactor isn't a drinker. I've literally had to force him to drink sometimes. But he really likes this one, and that's understandable for somebody who wants a refreshing, clean gin. And I would say I would go with this over a vodka because it does have that nice botanical kind of taste to it, and it goes so nicely with the orange. And I'm trying to think, I've never done a vodka review, but of course I've had a lot. I used to date a Polish girl, and there's like a really nice Polish bar in Edinburgh, and you can get all the things. And but as a flavoured vodka, I can't think. Honestly, can't. It doesn't spring to mind like the botanical, the flavoured gins and that, the artisanal kind of crap. But yeah, if you're looking to spend like 30 quid, and I don't normally mention prices on when I'm doing these, but it's because the bottle of whiskey there is 40. Usually I didn't pay 40, of course, because it's me. And I believe this probably cost them like 30 quid, 300 kroners, no, 350 kroners, I don't know, whatever it was in there, because in Germany they have like a tax-free thing for the Danes in the north of Germany. It's like what they used to have on the boats in France. I used to work on those boats, the boats that went from England to France. That was a fucking job. Jesus Christ. Was it 60 hours a week? Yeah. 6 hours on, 6 hours off, 6 hours on, 6 hours off. You're not allowed to drink, but everybody did, but you weren't allowed to. Jesus Christ. I didn't speak to anyone. A couple of people. It's a very strange job. Let's have another one, shall we? Just a quick one. It's very tasty. I mean, this is the dangerous thing. I'd probably talk about this. I hope to talk about this because I've opened the whiskey. I've had some of that, and that is very much a sipping whiskey. Very much a take your time, sit by the fire. Just have a few sips. It doesn't mix well with. I tried it with IPA, so it doesn't mix well with that. But this kind of thing. It's not like you need to have a beer on the side and you sip the beer and occasionally have a sip of the whiskey and maybe you'll have some crisps and all that kind of thing. This isn't the kind of drink you eat Doritos with and play Call of Duty. This is the kind of thing you're fucking listening to a podcast about the universe. You're watching fucking PBS Space Time. You're drinking this and you're like lying back and you're imagining the universe. I forgot to put the apple juice in. Oh my god. I just had a big gulp. That was a very big gulp. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Absolutely fine. I mean, it's how the Polish do it. You know, you have your shot of vodka and then you do your apple juice. You can't get drunk by yourself, can you? Well, clearly you can, because I am now. But usually I would never fucking sit here and just start caning fucking gin like this. I mean, who would do that? There are some people that do that, though, aren't there? Did I put any orange juice in there yet? I didn't, did I? Orange juice, apple juice. Right, now I'm just fucking drunk. This isn't going the way I wanted it to. See, now that's the trouble. That's actually something that I got into with the whiskey there. I drowned it there. The first one that I did, I literally did half and half, which usually, like if you ask for a drink in a pub, you're not going to get half and half, like half whiskey, half Coke. But with some of the nicer drinks, you don't want to drown it. If you mix it, you want to taste the things. It's not like drinking a Long Island iced tea where you don't taste any of the things. You just get shit-faced and then end up rutting in a car park. But yeah, you want to, especially something as like classy and tasty as this. So I'm just going to add a little bit more into that one. It's okay, we're all good here. We're all friends. That's it. That might be a little bit too strong. It's all a delicate fucking balance of alchemy. That doesn't go in there, does it? It's distilled in a traditional copper pot still. So Brook, I don't know if that means still or whatever. But as I said, it's a modern artisan produced gin with a classic taste incorporating Swedish flavours. I don't know what the fuck Swedish flavours mean. I mean, it says juniper, raspberry and a hint of coriander. Don't know why I sounded posh when I said that. Coriander. I'm not getting coriander, but that's because I put the orange in there, the apple in there. Now, like 10%, is it 10 or 15% of people taste coriander as soap? I love it. I love Indian cooking. I rarely get like fresh coriander though. I should. Yeah. I mean, when it says a hint of coriander, you've got like special taste to people here. It's like raspberry. I honestly can't remember the last time I had a raspberry. I mean, vanilla and cardamom. I mean, these are the kind of things that I'd put in cooking, but I'm not getting any of that kind of, I suppose, sense. There is a little bit of that vanilla slightly to it, but it is definitely more citrus. And cardamom and coriander, of course, I'll always associate with Indian cooking. I can't remember the last time I ate a fucking raspberry. No, maybe my taste, I have a bad sense of olfactory and tasty taste. These videos are fucking garbage, aren't they? Jesus. I should just do a video talking about politics. Organic gin was developed to be used for classic gin cocktails or dry martinis. Never liked martini. It's organic, and everybody likes organic, even though if everybody ate organic, you need like 7 fucking planets. Maybe that's what COVID's for. Kill off enough people so everybody can have organic and artisanal gin. So let's do I'm supposed to be doing this properly. It's just nice. It's just really nice. I've drunk gin by my mother, and I wouldn't say I've enjoyed many of them as much as this one. I certainly prefer, I think subjectively, apple juice is a much better mixer than tonic. What we do is pour one here and we'll compare them. just a finger and a half there of the Mackmyra. I'm probably saying it very wrong. Mackmyra. Jag kan gott lida svenska gin. Det smakar riktigt dåligt. Jag vill gärna ha mal mer. Men jag har inte mer. Så ska vi ha whisky lite efter. Nå, är det så sagt att snacka dansk? Eller hvis jag säger sådan, jag kan säga som min svenska. Puha. Skål. Skål för fan. So this is a little bit more than half and half. We got the Fever Tree Premium Indian Tonic Water. I got the premium one because it's like the natural quinine, so that might do something to it. Yeah, you see, I put that in my mouth and it was unremarkable. Yeah, tonic water. It's no good fucking good, is it? Who fucking hell wants tonic water in their gin, mate? No, you want some fucking apple juice, innit? No, I think that's don't think we're gonna add any more of that actually. I mean, it says premium, but I mean, wasn't tonic water for like fucking posh white women who had Indian slaves during the time of the Raj and all that? They're out there sipping their gin and tonics while they took over the entire country and divided it by... Let's not go into that. Let's not talk about... No, that's completely unremarkable. I think I may have put too much tonic in, but then again, when you go to a bar, if you wonder why I'm leaning like that, it's because I'm doing that with my hands. I'm going... Ooh. But you can't see that because this fucking camera is dog shit, and I'm going to have to order a new one with a wide angle so you can see the expressiveness of my hands, like an Italian man. You're no Italian man. My point being, when you go to a pub and you order, say you order a double with a tonic, you wouldn't be getting half and half, and you're just drowning the alcohol. If something like this, particularly. I keep going to sniff it. It's because I've been doing the whiskey thing, and I keep going. It's so hot wearing this thing. See, the only good gin and tonic is one that has that bite to it. It's just at the cusp of drowning the tonic and too much tonic and da 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 da. It's just that little bite. It's like, that's nice. I'll put that down, and then I'll talk to Vera. We'll do another round of bingo. I'm not impressed, but that's not on this at all. I mean, this is like I don't know, having like a fucking sous vide steak with instant noodles. Not even that. It's like having somebody else chew it for you and spit it into your mouth. I'm talking about the tonic, not as I say, the gin is lovely. It's mwah, bellissimo, all that shit. Let's compare it. Let's do a comparison. See that? The apple, the juice, the sugar, all that. It brings out the flavours, the botanicals and all that crap. And I think I've said it makes you feel young as when the world was new. It's like, it makes you feel summery in that. This is the carbonation, the fizziness, and you're like, a fucking gin and tonic. You know what? Fuck tonic. Fuck it in the arse. Yeah, that's just horrible. To drink this with tonics, really, to me, it would feel like if I was to buy like a really nice bourbon. I just remembered. Remember this, the Woodford Reserve. I don't know if you can see. Don't look at my fingernails. 2903 is the bottle number 2903, because in Britain we're God's country and we do the date that way. 29th of March. 29th of March is my Nan and Jim's, Nana Grandpa's wedding anniversary. So I thought that was really funny. It's a drink to be enjoyed, but it's a drink to be careful with. I'm talking about the Mackmyra and apple juice, because it's easy to get carried away. It would be very easy to get carried away with this. I don't think it's going to make me get into gin. Right. I think we said enough about the gin now. I think now it's time to go over to the whiskey. But unfortunately, I've still got this horrible gin and tonic made of lovely gin and lovely tonic, but put together. Oh. Right. Now we get on to the comparison. I might have talked about this before, I can't remember. I've had some gins. Now I'm sobering up suddenly. I don't know what's happening. This is the Macallan Gold. It's a Highland single malt Scotch whisky, double cask, matured exclusively in the perfect balance of hand-picked sherry seasoned American. That's important, sherry, because it's sherry cask. I've noticed this is very important. Which casks has been matured in. American and European oak casks, proving we can live together. As you can see, I have been enjoying this for a while, so I don't necessarily have to do the first taste. Anyway, Macallan Highland single malt Scotch whisky gold double cask. I've completely forgotten. This is going to be a nightmare to edit. Let's get this bump. Now, see, that is so different than the gin, but it is such a lovely warming smell, and it's I honestly think my nan giving me those little chocolate liqueurs are the reason I drink now. I mean, not my stepfather. These are the two bottles. So we got, and yeah, it's very citrusy. I want to say juniper, but I don't even want to know what juniper means. But it's just gin. It's a nice gin. It's not overpowering with the alcohol like so many gins are, and it's easy drinking. It's a great mixer. And that's lovely as well. It smells chocolatey. You might want to say vanilla, but I don't know, vanilla chocolate. I don't know. First taste, it was like one of those whiskies that you'll have a taste of in a distillery, or you'll buy in a bar that you've never been to before. That I never tried that before. I'll have one of those, please. It's really, really nice, but it doesn't have that kind. It's not the kind of one that you want to drink too much of, or or quickly. Is kind of what I'm saying. It's very much a whiskey that you'll drink and just be contemplative, and just because it's got that kind of, it's not gasoline, but it is alcohol, but it's got something behind it. It's just this delightful kind of dance of flavors and tastes on your palate. Is lovely, and it's not something that you're going to get out of a bottle, like reasonably less than like 30 quid in Britain. I think I've already described it to you. Yeah, that's so much more going on there. Fucking I mean, I can completely understand why people don't like whiskey, because you drink that and it's like foretaste, middle taste, aftertaste, and then kaboom, Hulk smash. Something like the gin, the Mackmyra, you can really just enjoy that straight and mix it, and it's lovely. And I mean, you can hide it behind a mixer, but you can also enjoy the delicate flavors. But when you start getting, this is a very mild whiskey, I would say, and you can see by the color, it's like a natural. It doesn't have any of the caramel. It's not, dark and shitty, and I can't say. I think it's a bad one for tasting, because it's a Speyside, and from what I understand, it's not the kind that you're going to be like shouting out tastes for, at least for a layman like me. It's certainly not like I don't know if you're a long time follower, all like 18 of you. Hey guys, love you. I'm not the camera. That's not a camera. That's a microphone. Shut up. My point being, I lost my point. Is now, and that was too much. And never before have I. There's a clearly defined level between what is the whiskey and what is opening it up to. Oh yeah, I get it now. And that's, as I understand it, I might be fucking butchering this. Everyone laugh at me. But we'll try that now. So let's just do I don't know what's that. A finger, 2 fingers, who knows? Here we go. So literally a couple of drops there. Because as I understood it, as an old man wearing a kilt with a fucking knife in his sock told me, this is how you open up. No. I'm such a fucking Philistine, aren't I? Yeah, that kicked it. That is very nice. The Macallan, with a few dashes of water, it kind of opens it up, and it does. It gives that kind of what's the word? Like I almost said velvety. It's not velvety. It's like it thickens it up. Does that make sense? So much research to do. That's very splendid. Did I tell you where it was from? Speyside, northeast of Scotland. Something. You should really look into this kind of thing. It's lovely. I keep remembering those little pubs in Scotland, and I mean, honestly, there is a hell of a difference between whiskey. If you really into it, I imagine you are, because you're watching this. Otherwise, why would you? But there's definitely a fucking huge difference between them, and the tastes and that, and such a lovely journey to go through. With friends, with a sexy friend. Definitely go with a sexy friend. Anyway, I think we're about ready to wrap up here. But all I know is I poured myself a lovely, lovely glass of organic Swedish gin with some apple juice, and it was fucking lovely. Well, it's not fucking lovely. It still is fucking lovely, because the noise stopped before it should have done. I'm not even charming. I'm not trying to be charming. Fuck off. We've really done a thing with the Macallan, and it was lovely. It really was lovely. And I think I've probably explained all that already. Now I'm going to edit this bit out. So what we got here is the Macallan, which is lovely. and the Lab Distillery Organic Gin, which is also lovely. This is like two sides of the same coin, or an equal coin. I don't know. I'm actually too drunk now. Then and they keep hitting the microphone. Stop hitting the microphone. That makes the bad sounds. Oh God, that's lovely. That's so nice. God, I fucking love that. So I got my gin glass and I got my whiskey glass, and I can't remember which one's which. Oh, that's whiskey. Yeah. Right, okay. I'm going to do this and then we're going to go home and we're all going to apologise. Fuck. It's literally gone. Now I'm left with comparing the two. I'm so hot. You know how hot it is wearing this fucking thing? This is whiskey. This is Macallan. Thick, spicy whiskey. Aftertaste on the throat. It's very mild whiskey. Very nice whiskey. It's the kind of thing that you would give people to kind of convince them. So now we're going to do the what's it called? The Mackmyra. But one thing I will say, Timo was a good guy for bringing this fucking one out there. Because I wouldn't ordinarily have bought it. I wouldn't have. Because why would I? But there is such a thing as a good gin. And this is the good gin. So, thank you for that. We got a little bit here. We got a little bit of there. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Why do you torture me like this? Gin and whiskey.